Even somebody who is sure I'm deserving of all this hate and vitriol, even if you think that I'm lying, you still couldn't look me in the eye and tell me that you think on social media there's been a fair representation. You cannot tell me that you think that this has been fair.
Psst, hey, Amber, look me in my eyes. Make sure you take a long, good look directly into my eyes. You have gotten a fair representation throughout all of this. Social media's reaction to this trial and to this situation overall has been completely fair. Why? Because you are a liar, and the evidence showed that you are a liar. This isn't a he said, she said situation. If this was a he said, she said situation, then I would be honest. I would say, yeah, you know what? Amber didn't get a fair shake here. People were just against her, for no reason. However, this is not a he said, she said situation. This is not Amber's side of the story versus Johnny's side of the story. This is Amber's story versus Johnny's evidence. And to be quite honest, at some points, this is Amber's story versus Amber's evidence. Because a lot of the evidence that Amber brought forward winded up backfiring on her. A lot of the stories she told, how she would embellish her lies, it winded up backfiring on her. If she dialed this all back just a notch, if she dialed back these fake allegations just a notch, she would have sounded more believable. I mean, come on. The woman sat here and said that Johnny broke a liquor bottle inside of her, in her no-no area. And that she didn't know if it broke or not, and she didn't go to the doctor to check the next day. Who the hell gets a liquor bottle broken into their vagina and doesn't check on it the next day? But that's just one example of how she just went to the extreme with all of these allegations, and it winded up making her look less believable. And the evidence all pointed towards the fact that she was lying. People aren't siding with Johnny Depp here because everyone in the world is just a super Johnny Depp fan. Johnny Depp's popular. People like Johnny Depp. But all of these people paying attention to the trial who have taken his side, it's not like they're all Depp heads. It's not like they're all middle-aged women running around horny because they want Johnny Depp. Even though that's the way they want it to be, that's the way they portray it. No. People weren't swayed by who Johnny Depp is. They were swayed by the overwhelming amount of evidence that showed that Amber was lying. She is on tape talking about the abuse that she used to dish out to Johnny Depp. She is literally on tape making fun of Johnny Depp because he's a victim. Making fun of Johnny Depp when he would even mention coming forward and telling the world how he was being treated. So yeah, it's been fair. It's been a fair reaction. Like I said, if this was just two celebs throwing allegations out there with no evidence and nothing to back it up, then the story would be different. It would be different. We would be at a different place right now. But over the years, people took the time out of their day to maybe do some research. I don't know. Maybe listen to the hours and hours of recordings that are out there in which you could 100% tell who the real monster was. Where you would hear Johnny over and over again, by Amber's own admission, try to get away from these physical altercations, but she would track him down to wherever he went. And the majority of people who are on Amber's side, not all, but the majority of them, they don't even know the facts about this case. They choose not to educate themselves because it would crash their reality. It would change the way they view the world. These people, They view the world like all women are victims and all men are bad, and they cannot shatter that narrative. Therefore, they don't want to listen to the recordings. They don't want to educate themselves about the evidence that was presented in this trial because they only want to think one way. But basically, everyone who has looked into the situation, they've all taken Johnny's side. And it's totally fair. When people actually sit down and do the research and come to a conclusion because they're presented with a bunch of lies by Amber Heard, it's only fair. So I'm tired of this pity party and this little, what is this? Honestly, what is this? This is like a tour for sympathy, like a victim card tour. Johnny Depp, mind you, he's out going on tour with his friends, playing music, selling out shows, while Amber is going on a victim tour, a pity tour. Oh, pity me, this isn't fair, it's so bad. Let me go do all of these interviews. Guess who hasn't done an interview yet? Johnny Depp. But let's look at what else Amber had to say.
He's a beloved character, and people feel they know him. He's a fantastic actor.
Their job is to not be dazzled by that. Their job is to look at the facts and the evidence. And they did not believe your testimony or your evidence.
Again, how could they, after listening to 3.5 weeks of testimony about how I was a non-credible person, not to believe a word that came out of my mouth?
The victimhood is strong with this one. It is strong with this one. The audacity of this woman to pull this victim card in this moment and act like the entire world is against her because the jury had to listen to testimony that was against her. Amber, it's called a freaking trial. Every person that goes on trial has witnesses and people brought against them to testify against them. It's called a trial, Amber. Sitting here, poor me. Everyone, please sympathize with me. Jurors had to listen to testimony against me. How could they ever believe me? What the hell do you think happens in a trial? This woman just listed something that happens in every single trial and acted like it was a special circumstance that was specifically created to go against her because she thinks the world revolves around her. She's this weird, crazy narcissist. And in this moment, when perfectly normal stuff is happening during the trial, she wants to make it like, oh, how could the jurors ever believe me? It wasn't fair. There was testimony against me. It just so happens when you make allegations about people that aren't true, sometimes they could prove that they're not true. And they may even have people there that could prove it for them. God, oh, so hurtful. It's like, what in the fuck is wrong with this woman? Why is she even given this platform? I can tell you right now, she made tons of money from this interview. And the people who are interviewing her, they're going to spread out this interview over like a whole entire week. So if you're wanting to know exactly everything that was said, none of us know yet. So they're going to release it in little parts here and there because they want the pity party to last forever. Of course, they could release the whole entire interview right now and people could possibly feel bad for her and we could make fun of her for about a day. But no, they're going to stretch this for a week because they want it to really resonate with you. But the acting here, it's so terrible. Amber, I can tell that you're acting here. I can tell by the way you're drawing your words, the way you're talking. You're talking in a way like you're trying to get sympathy. It sounds like someone in a elementary school, middle school play. Someone who's trying to sound dramatic, but they can't authentically sound that way. Amber, this just does not sound real. How could you really sit here and believe, Amber, that someone would think that what you're saying is genuine when you're coming across in a way that just feels like it's totally trying to evoke emotions from people, but it's not really working. Like, you get what I'm saying here? It's not working out for you, Amber. Yes, people like Johnny's characters. I don't think people are like, you know what? Man, you know what? Pirates of the Caribbean was really good. So I don't care if Johnny beats the hell out of everybody. I don't care if Johnny, beats women and breaks bottles in their vagina. Who cares? We just want to see Pirates of the Caribbean. No. The reality is, and I'm sorry to be mean, I know some Johnny Depp fans are going to be mad at me about this. I love Johnny Depp. I think he's one of the best actors we've ever seen. He hasn't been as relevant over the past few years as he used to be, largely due to Amber Heard. So the power that Johnny Depp maybe used to have, he didn't have it during this period. It's not like Johnny Depp was at the peak of his career and the peak of his popularity. Now he is, because what Amber did, she basically killed his career and then revived it. It's almost like Star Wars. If you watch the original Star Wars movie, Obi-Wan tells Darth Vader, if you strike me down, I will become more powerful than you could possibly imagine. And that's what happened here. Amber striked him down. It took some time. It took some time for him to get back up. But now he is more popular and more powerful than ever. We're not sure how Hollywood's going to deal with it going forward. I'm not confident that they're going to be there throwing him all of these roles, but I am confident that Johnny will find a way back to the top, regardless if it's whatever venture that he wants to venture in. But I want to know your thoughts about all of this down in the comments below. What do you think about what we heard from Amber? What do you think we'll hear from the whole entire interview? Let me know down below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and always remember to remain opinionated.